Congress must pass, and this would be a test, these two acts, the Dick Act and the Pretend Act. Let me explain what each act is. The first act is the Dick Act. So this is an act that would be federal, so nobody can fight against it. This is done that no one with a penis is allowed in women's spaces. And that includes women's sports. So no penis, you can't come in. This makes it great for everybody. Women are safe from the scumbags who want to pretend to be women, and the ones who really think they are women in their delusion are pretending very well. They can still go into women's spaces, but they won't have any male parts. So that's the thing here. So in order to be in women's spaces, you have to have all the matching parts of women. This includes prisons, locker rooms, sports teams, everywhere that was traditionally women until some nut job started making this stuff up about trans, which is not trans, it's only pretend. So that's the first part. That's the Dick Act. The only exclusion would be firefighters, emergency people like that, or cleaning crew, but only after, for cleaning crew, after the women have left the area. So that would, in staff, after women have left the area of a particular school or building. So that's how this would work. Now this is the Pretend Act. Now this is saying very simply, we support your right, as an adult, do whatever you want, but not for children. So if you want to pretend to be the opposite sex via chemical or surgical means, you have to be over 21, just like with alcohol and certain other things. You have to be over 21. So this is what we're going to do. If you're not over 21, you can't do any of the things that dumbasses call gender affirming care. It is not. It's just mutilation to futile delusion. As long as you know you're pretending to be the opposite sex, that's great. But if you don't know you're pretending, you shouldn't be taking these steps, because you can never be the opposite sex till you can change your chromosomes. So that's the new law right there. We make that the law of the land. That you have to be over 21 to do this. Like with alcohol, we'll save a lot of lives and we'll save a lot of victims. So let's do that. Now the reason I use the word pretend instead of trans is because you can't transform from XY to XX or XX to XY. So until you can do that, until CRISPR or some other science-based thing is done to let you change it, like in Deep Space Nine, I'll put a link in the description for that, you are just pretending to be the opposite sex because your brain is still, a male brain or a female brain. You're just pretending to do that. So you're not actually a female. So we're going to call you pretend sexual or pretend gender. And it should only be for people over 21, of course, who understand they're just pretending. If you don't understand you're pretending, you shouldn't be able to get the surgeries or the treatments at all, because it is all just pretend at this point in time. And this is why I want the age to be 21 or older, because kids just don't understand the repercussions of pretending to be the opposite sex via chemical and our surgical means. We have to be an adult. Go through puberty and you can figure this stuff out. It is not for people who haven't gone through puberty, because you just don't have enough sense to do it. I mean, if we let kids decide, we don't let the kids stay up all night. We don't let them drop out of school. We don't let them drink beer. We don't let them not get shots. We don't let them have ice cream for dinner. If we can't let them do these simple things that have no long-term effects for the most part, except for the beer, we can't let them choose to be pretend to be the opposite sex via chemical or surgical means. That's just not going to work. Well, we have to tell our young people and most of our older people that you're either XX or XY. Just accept that reality and understand anything else is just pretend. There are no non-binaries. You are not an owl. You are not a cat. You are not a dog or a shark or whatever other nonsense people say. You're either XX or XY, and that's it. If you accept that, your life will be better. But if you want to pretend, make sure you understand that you're just pretending, and you will never be anything other than XY or XX, excluding CRISPR, gene editing stuff, if that ever comes to pass. Thank you for watching the video. And as usual, there are links to the merch You know, posters that I showed before, there are shirts with these slogans on them if you agree. And of course, you can leave comments if you disagree. And if you want to help out, there's a link for you to help out me make more videos if you like these videos. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope Congress acts on this, and we end this debate once and for all, and everybody gets to do what they want to do without harming anybody else. Bye.